Do you ever think about the fact that when you're getting a shot, the doctor could inject anything into you and you wouldn't know?
Oh, all the time. Why?
Well, there's this guy named Harold Shipman who killed people, typically elderly women, by injecting them with diamorphine.
I've heard about him before, I think. Wasn't he the English doctor that killed like 15 people?
Well, that's how many murders he was convicted for, but he admitted to killing at least 200 people.
At least? I mean, as in we don't know the exact number of people that he killed?
Typical Brit, am I right?
Totally. We would like to apologize to our British audience for that joke. However, we will still be filing a restraint order against you. You can never be too careful. Can you tell me a little bit more about his childhood? Like, was there any traumas or anything that would have made him the way he is?
Well, he had a really chill past, besides his mother's death, of course.
Yo, what?
Yeah, he was the second of 4 kids, but he was his mom's favorite.
I wish I was my mom's favorite.
They don't have favorites, or at least that's what my mom tells me. Anyways, he lived a really normal life. Both of his parents remained together all through his childhood, and he was liked at school, even if he did have a superiority complex.
Oh, next thing you're gonna tell me is that he was a star athlete at his high school.
He was, and on top of that, he was top of his class.
Wow. That makes me wonder why he turned out the way he did. He seems like a top G.
He was, until his mother was diagnosed with lung cancer.
Oh, that blows. Oh, sorry, that was insensitive.
Yeah, but unfortunately, his mom passed away from it. Her doctor gave her morphine because of it, and some theorize that he craved the feeling of relief that the morphine gave her, and it got him addicted to morphine. But he was already addicted to other painkillers due to running a lot and needing stuff for that. But some people think that this situation specifically spearheaded it, like me.
So drugs affected him throughout his life, and he probably had lots of trauma.
Yes, but we don't know if he had major trauma because of it and if it caused him to kill those people. He was addicted to morphine and other drugs like it all through his life, and even when he got his PhD and when he started his first job at Pontefract General Infirmary, he was addicted.
His first job? Tell me what happened there.
Well, he got fired for forging papers to get himself more of his drugs of choice. He spent some time in rehab though, and then he left for a new job.
Dang, he didn't even get arrested? I guess the best place to smoke a fatty booth with the boys is England after all.
Bring me up when you plan on going. Anyways, he got a new job at a group practice in Hyde, England, and that is where he would begin all his killings. But not at first.
At first? Then, well, let me guess. He did more of his forgery for drugs. But didn't the doctors there know about his past? Like, why would they even hire him?
Well, they did know about his past, but he was truthful out of the gate, making them lower their guard to his weaponized honesty. He began siphoning drugs from patients to himself once again, but this time he was careful to not be caught.
So, when did he start killing?
Some people think that he killed multiple people before this, but I think this is truly when all the killings happened. After some time at group practice though, he left to form his own. I personally think he knew that if he kept killing people there, he would have been more easily caught. We speculate that he killed around 71 people while working there though.
71 people? That's more people than I have friends.
I know. But once he left and formed his own practice, his 2,000 clients at the time, like they kept on increasing afterwards, who all trusted and loved him, were free to be removed without worry, as he hired his wife as secretary.
Wow.
It's speculated that he killed around 200 patients there.
Wow. How was he finally caught then? He seems like the ultimate sneakster.
He got greedy. He occasionally stole things from the people he killed, but when he killed a former mayor of Hyde, he changed her will so he would get her estate. Her daughter noticed though, and an investigation was launched fully. Eventually, he was found and convicted.
Wow, I guess it was pretty obvious once about $400,000 of her estate was left to him unannounced.
Probably.
Well, if I ever forged someone's will, that guy taught me how not to do it. But the question I'm wondering is, how did he get away with it? He was sneaky, but
Well, his charisma was maxed out, shall we say. And even though, like, he had a lot of troubles in his past, he looked and, like, was super nice to all his patients. Except when he killed them, of course. Like, they weren't even mercy killings.
I guess it helps that the hospital staff was incompetent.
Well, not necessarily. It's hard to catch a killer that kills, signs the death certificate, and sees to it that there's no autopsy.
I guess you're right.
So, what is the lesson we've learned from him?
Never trust your pediatrician?
Kind of. It's never trust someone with a syringe filled with potentially deadly drugs. Like this one.